Hi guys, today's main focus is to use the exterior angle theorem. We are going to take a second and review a few different topics about triangles, and then I'm going to teach you that. The first thing is the triangle sum theorem. So triangle sum theorem is the sum of the angle measures of a triangle is 180 degrees. So that means that if you say angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180, that would be correct. Corollary is the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. Remember, complementary means they add to 90 degrees. So that angle N plus angle U must equal 90 degrees. Here's an example. So it says find the indicated angle measures. So you are looking for angle XYZ, so this one right here, and you are also looking for YWZ, so this angle here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this triangle. And we're looking at this triangle because we know two of these angle measures. We know one is 62 and we know one is 40. So if we take our calculators and do 180 minus 62 minus 40, you're going to get 78. So angle XYZ is 78 degrees. For the next one, what you're going to do is you're going to first look right here. That is an angle pair called a linear pair, which means that you have those two angles measure up to 180 degrees. So if you subtract 62 from that, you get 118. Now we have another different triangle here. You know, two angle measures of this triangle are 12 and 118. So if you do 180 minus 12 minus 118, you're going to get 50 degrees, and that's this angle measure here. So again, we did 180 minus 12 minus 118, and that gave us the angle measure. In example 2, it says one of the acute angles of a right triangle measures 2x. Write an expression to represent the measure of the other acute angle. So if you remember, we have corollary, which means that the other two angles of your right triangle have to add to 180. So angle 1 plus angle, or I'm sorry, 90. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degrees. We know one of them measures 2x. So let's say angle 1. What we're going to do is let's substitute that into angle 1. So we would say 2x plus angle 2 is equal to 90. What we would do in this example is you would subtract 2x from both sides to get that angle 2 alone, because that's, again, what we are trying to find. So 90 minus 2x is going to be your equation, because you know that they add up to 90 degrees. So if you take that 90 and subtract whatever angle 1 is, that will give you angle 2. So if x is 7, we know one angle is 2x, so let's look at angle 1. Okay, we know that measure is 2x, so we would say 2 times 7, or 14. And then to find angle 2, we would do that 90 minus 2x, or 90 minus 14, which gives you 76. So angle 1 in this example is 14 degrees, and angle 2 is 76. The exterior angle theorem is the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of his remote interior angles. So notice here we have 3 angles within our triangle and 1 on the outside of that exterior. The exterior angle theorem is if we're looking for angle 4, it is the sum of the two interior. So it would be angle 1 plus angle 2. So the exterior angle is the sum of the two interior. So let's try an example. Here we would say 5x minus 60 is equal to the sum of the two interior. Note it's not the one that is right next to it. It's the two across. So it would be 15 plus 2x plus 3. So here we have 5x minus 60 is equal to 18 plus 2x. If we move our 2x to the other side, you have 3x minus 60 equals 18. And then if you add 60, you have 3x is equal to 78. When you divide 78 by 3, x is 26. Now, did I ask for 26 in the instructions? No, I didn't. I asked for it to find in the measure of angle B. So the measure of angle B is 2x plus 3. So we're going to take that 26, multiply it by 2, and you get 52, and add 3, so the measure of angle B is 55 degrees. One other thing we need to know is the third angle theorem, and that is if two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, then the third pair of angles are congruent. So in this example, we say if n is congruent to w, n is congruent to w, those are the same angle measure. And then we also say I is congruent to h. Then you can say that the last two angles, u and s, are also congruent. So if we take a look at this example, here we have two triangles that are just overlapping. So I'm going to outline this one in blue, and then I'm going to outline the other one in yellow. So notice it's two triangles, just where it turned green is where they overlap. Notice also that you have F and I that are congruent, and these two angles here are congruent. Therefore, that third angle is also congruent, which means you set them equal. So you have 4y squared is equal to 6y squared minus 40. You would then subtract 6y, and once you have subtracted 6y, then you would be left with negative 2y squared equals negative 40. Then you divide by negative 2, which gets rid of that negative, and you have y squared is equal to positive 20. And then when you square root, 20 is not a perfect square, but it can be broken down. So y equals 2 root 5. Your homework is numbers 30 through 34. I will be checking that on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.